How are you? I hope you're doing all right. Today is a good day to stay hydrated. Oops, I just realized I forgot to turn the ceiling light on, so oopsies. Today is a very special day because we get to try one of these things. These are called sugar apples or Sweetsops, and they are part of one of my favorite fruit genuses known as Annona fruits. They are related to things like the cherimoya, which is also known as the custard apple. There are actually like 3 different things in the Annona genus that people call custard apples. This is one of them because they taste like custard and their internal texture is a lot like custard, and they're just freaking great. These are the only fruit, I believe, of this genus that are actually truly segmented. So you can see this is a very bumpy fruit, and it's not that big either. It's like, maybe slightly smaller than, if I made a balled up fist or something. But every single bump you see on here corresponds to a seed inside, I believe. So these are extremely seedy little things, but they are also very tasty. And I may or may not have eaten one of them already. I kind of wanted to get just a head start because I don't trust myself to articulate things very well in the moment. I've let this one ripen even more, and if you can see up close, I have a plate under it because it is starting to actually pull apart on its own. And that's one of the nice things about these fruits, is they are so soft that you can literally just like pull these things apart with your bare hands. Like, look at this. And then, I mean, look at that. Isn't that weird looking? You can actually, these are super easy to take out. This is not edible right here, I believe. So you can just, oh geez, the whole thing fell apart. Ah! You can pull that out though. This is actually connected to the stem. And you just, when you're eating sugar apples, since they are so seedy, you just kind of take the pulp around the seed and you just suck on it. No. Oh my gosh, these are so tasty. Holy cow. These are a lot like a cherimoya, except maybe even a little sweeter. And maybe with a slightly fruitier taste. It almost reminds me of baby food a little bit, but not in a bad way. Like, there's just sort of a tinge of that sort of fruity baby food kind of deal. I don't know. But man, these are good. They're super good. Just make sure to not eat the seeds, because the seeds, and pretty much, as far as I know, every single Annona fruit are highly poisonous if broken open. If you swallow one whole, I've done that a couple times before, that's probably not going to do anything to you. It'll just work its way through your body. These are generally very hard seeds, and so your body doesn't really digest them. But try not to crunch them. Try to spit them out as soon as you're done with them. And with these fruits, you really need, it takes a lot of time to eat these fruits because they are so seedy. You really have to work around all of the seeds to get to the pulp. But honestly, I would love to see or taste something of this flavor in like a pastry or like an ice cream or something, because these are delicious. I love these. I love Annona fruits so much. They're so unique. They're so hard to describe. The last sugar apple I ate, I didn't quite let it ripen this much, but I'm really glad I let this one ripen. This tastes even better, and I honestly want to try and like grow one of these things. These are the most widely cultivated of the Annona fruits, as far as I know, and that's because they are, I believe, the easiest to cultivate. They don't have the extremely temperamental climate needs that cherimoyas have, and cherimoyas and atamoyas have. They don't need the super high temperatures that soursops need. Actually, I don't even know if those need super high temperatures, but they have a much more manageable tree size, and the fruits start growing a lot quicker because they're smaller. You know, if you were to plant a tree of one of these, it would start bearing fruit a bit quicker than any other Annona fruit. That's just so unique. I cannot get over that. I cannot get over that. And I think there's definitely a reason why this is called a sugar apple. It is very, very sweet. The texture is maybe just a tiny bit gritty. Actually, maybe that's where the baby food comparison is coming from. This does texturally remind me of baby food. Also, I am making a mess right now. But I just can't help myself. This is so good. I think the fruit I would compare this to the most is maybe a Cavendish banana, which is that's the kind of banana that as Americans we are used to eating. It's probably the most widely exported banana in the Western Hemisphere. But even then, that doesn't fully encompass everything that this fruit does. There's hints of maybe pear, maybe even strawberry. I don't even know how to describe it. But it's all got this very creamy, sort of vaguely vanilla richness to it. Which, again, I think that's where the custard, the name custard apple comes from. Also, when I bring up the cherry moya as like a comparison to this fruit, this is what I'm talking about. It's kind of obvious how they are related. They have sort of a scaled exterior, and they're kind of bumpy, and but cherry moya generally has a higher fruit meat to seed ratio, and that is what I think, that's why I think I like these more overall. But I think I like the flavor of sugar apple slightly more, but it's just a little more inconvenient to eat those. So I think I have to hand it to the cherry moya as my current favorite Annona fruit. We'll see if that lasts. So anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get to try your own sugar apples because they're really flippin' good. Just go out there, experience new things, new foods, new fruits, whatever, and make sure they're safe to eat though, because there are a lot of not safe fruits to eat. So be careful. But anyways, thank you so much. You're great. And I appreciate your viewership and support and your kindness and your comments. I read all of them. I love you.